Good evening, YouTube, and welcome to another episode of the Albino Rhino Beer Review. And we're going to look at a beer from the August edition of the Greener Futures Brew Box. This is from Beau's. This is, of course, from Beau's because it's the Greener Futures box. But this is the Farm Table Vienna. No, why would I even say this is from the Brew Box? It's not from the Brew Box. It's probably going to be in next month's Brew Box, but this is from the Oktoberfest pack, so I take all that back. This is from the Oktoberfest pack. This is their Farm Table Vienna Lager. Bang is the label. So I've had the Mumme so far, and I actually liked it. Now, what I've noticed since from the first year. The first year I liked all the beers they had. They had like 8 beers, but only 4 beers were in the pack. I liked all 8 of them. Since then, they seem to be batting at 50%. So I put my money on the Baltic Porter and this, but I really did enjoy the Mumme beer. So I really enjoyed that. Now I have this and the Baltic Porter to do, and then the Ginger Wolf. And I don't think I'm going to like the Ginger Wolf, but you never know. I could love it. And before somebody goes, if you're going to not like it, there's a lot of beers I've gone into thinking I was going to hate and actually really enjoyed or loved. So for this, I'm kind of hoping to like it, but not at the same time, because if I like it, then I have bad hopes for the other one. No, so local spring water, organic barley malt, organic hops, and brewer's yeast is what's in this. It was bottled on August 16th, 2016. Bang. So that's going to go in my bucket for the punter. The punter wants me to give him some stuff. I have this glass. I didn't even know I had this glass. I actually was looking for glasses in the drawer of glasses I haven't used in 6.5 years. And this was in there. I think it was the punter that gave it to me. It's a Carling mug. I'm not 100% sure if the punter gave it to me or who gave it to me, but it's there. It has this big dimpled bottom that you could drink out of yourself. You could use it as a water glass. You can see there's a big separation from the bottom. Like right here is the bottom, and then there's still like an inch of glass between the beer and the bottom of the glass. And yeah, it is what it is. It probably holds about 330 milliliters, if not a little less. Actually, probably a little less because it's a 600 milliliter bottle and there's still a shitload in there. Anyway, crystal clear. Yeah, crystal clear. I can see my hand. Fuck, I can see the LCD on the camera, and the camera's pretty far away from me, and I'm blind. So, you know, lots of carbonation moving up. A little amber color. A little bit of a snap, crackle, pop, bright white head. It looks like a Vienna lager. It really does do the trick. Scent. You know what though? It really doesn't smell like much other than just like malt and a little bit of molasses. Yeah, just sweet, very sweet. Every Vienna lager, I personally remember that having even bigger company Vienna lagers has a lot more hoppiness to it than this does. But that's just off the nose. This might have a lot on the taste. Let's try it. Cheers. I don't think I said the ABV on this, which is 4.7, which is actually lower than a lot of Vienna lagers I've had as well, to be honest. Okay. So first and foremost, very smooth, very wet and smooth, just the way I like my women. You could be hairy too, I wouldn't care. I'm not picky. Very easy drinking, very light bodied, very easy to put down. Hops are there more so than they were on the nose. A little too hoppy, I think, for the major groups. I mean, I think there would be a little bit too much hops on here for the average like macro drinker. But I think the more the more, say, experimental macro drinker, the one that drinks a whole bunch of things from, say, Europe and all that, the guy that goes out and tries Holstens and Becks and Tuborg and stuff like that, or Daub and Hob and all those beers, he could actually probably get behind this beer. But the guy that only drinks his Bud or only drinks his Blue probably couldn't. The guy that drinks Sleeman might be able to, though, because Sleeman does have a little bit more flavor, at least in my opinion, than most of the other big guys. So, a little bit of malt, a little bit of molasses, a little bit of malt, and just a nice sweet forefront. That sweetness goes right to the middle. In the middle, the hop start, very Pilsner-esque. I actually just drank a Pilsner earlier tonight, and this is more Pilsner-esque on the back end than that Pilsner was in total. But grassy, zesty, and earthy. Everything you'd want in your Vienna lager as well. All in all, this is actually a very nice Vienna lager. At 4.7% alcohol, you could put a lot of these back. And it fits perfectly in their Oktoberfest package, to be honest. What I really like about the Oktoberfest package is, for the most part, every year you get 4 different styles of beer that you didn't have before. Yeah, the package is getting expensive. It's $26 now for 4 beers. But when you figure you're buying 4 specialized Beau's beers, $6.25 each. Well, what, $6.50 each now? Not that bad of a price, to be honest. Very, very normal. When the pack first came out, it was $24, and I remember people being all freaked out about that too. And $6 a beer when you were getting like things like Pop Goza, the Dynamite, and the Helmet Imperial Shores beer and stuff like that. You couldn't go wrong with those packs. And the great thing about this pack is it is all new beers. Sure, one of them is an offshoot of a older beer, like you're taking Wag the Wolf and adding ginger to it. Sure, that's just kind of changing that one beer a little bit, but they're all new beers. And that just makes them so nice too. Out of 10 on this beer, probably a 7 out of 10. This is a perfectly fine Vienna lager. Stylistically, probably the same. Probably a 7 out of 10. It is just above average, both stylistically and flavor-wise for me. Is it anything amazing? No, but you know what? It's an Oktoberfest pack. I know that there's a lot of German breweries now, a lot of craft German breweries that are changing things, making things different, actually bringing in a lot of flavor, and I mean, this is Austrian, not German, but just that whole section of Europe makes a lot of very blandish beers, I guess I could say, because they're not bland, but they're blandish. They have some flavor, but not all that much. They're meant to just pound back, and you could do that with this. So Beau's did another home run, even though it's not the most flavorful thing in the world for me. Again, yeah, as a beer, maybe it's worth a 9 out of 10, but I mean, for me, I look at everything. I look at my flavor, I look at my price, I look at all that. So it's a 7 out of 10 overall of everything, which is still a nice mark for this beer. Anyway, I've been blabbering now. I gotta go. Bye, guys.